Welcome to Wolves Weekly. I'm Barrett Henderson, Director of Media Relations here at Western Oregon University, joined once again this week by head coach Kellen Walker from Wolves Baseball. Kellen, as always, appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Kellen, a big 4-game sweep over at Northwest Nazarene. Great that you guys had all those 3-1 series wins, but it's got to feel even better to get all 4.
Yeah, it was good to finally get over the hump and put an entire weekend together against a good NNU club. I know we talked last week a little bit, but the job that Coach Musgrave is doing over there, so it was definitely a battle for us and a tough place to play, a yard that plays pretty small, and from the beginning to the end, only a couple letdowns, but definitely probably our best effort of the season as a whole when you're looking at the whole body of work for a series.
Gigantic weekend at the plate for Garrett Harpal. He was just tremendous, had a lot of extra base hits for you.
Yeah, Garrett, I mean, his skill set's through the roof, and just continue to work with him on his approach and what he wants to do with his at-bats, based on his skill set, but also based on how teams are attacking him. And so he was able to make some adjustments this weekend and got rewarded for it, so definitely give him credit for that.
On the mound, big weekend for Spencer Watkins, Eric Houston, and Clark McKittrick all had big outings for you.
Yeah, the whole pitching staff threw well this weekend. Guys coming out of the pen. You mentioned some of the starters, but some guys came in out of the pen in some tough spots and were able to get some big outs for us, and that was a huge part of us being able to get all 4 games this weekend.
And again, first place right now, taking a look at the standings here. Western Oregon sitting there in first, 23-15 overall, 16-8 in conference. Actually now 28 in conference, and 27-15 overall. A pretty good, nice little gap you got over Central Washington, a very talented Wildcats team. A chance to lock up first place this weekend here at home against a talented St. Martin's team who's coming in. A little bit right now, Coach, if you could talk about how it would feel to lock up that regular season championship.
Yeah, definitely some work to do with this weekend with St. Martin's coming in. They just took 3 out of 4 at Montana State building, so we know that we'll need to be ready to go, and the Saints are fighting for that third conference playoff spot, getting into that. So there's still a lot to be decided, but yeah, a chance for us to do accomplish one of the first goals that we set out to do is take care of the regular conference season in the GNAC. But yeah, we'll have to be ready for sure.
Talk a little bit more, if you could, about St. Martin's. You mentioned going to Montana State buildings, picking up some wins, but this is a much improved St. Martin's team.
Absolutely. They have some guys that have been there for a while that are continuing to develop and continuing to get better. And then Coach Garland also brought in some guys that are doing a good job for him, some young guys that will be some mainstays for them, as you look at the future of St. Martin's baseball. So they've kind of mixed and matched and got a good group, and they're confident right now and bought into what they're doing up there. So I mean, they'll be ready to go this weekend, and like I just said, I mean they're playing for something pretty big, as is the whole conference, which is what you want this time of year, is playing games that are very, very important and that matter a lot in the grand scheme of things.
Regional rankings will come out this week for the first time this season. Talk a little bit about how important it is to be positioned in the correct place here in the region.
Yeah, I mean they take the top 6. Obviously, you want to be in the top 6, and that's the good position to be in. But they take the teams that have won the most and have the best body of work. So hopefully when it's all said and done, we'll be in that top 6. But at this time we can only control what we can control, and that's game number 1 and pitch number 1 against St. Martin's this upcoming weekend.
And we'll talk next weekend about the seniors who will be playing their final conference regular season games this weekend. They're going to be playing Lewis Clark State next weekend in a non-conference regular season ending kind of deal, cap off that regular season before the conference tournament. Kellen, wish you the best this weekend, and hope you get some wins.
Thanks, Barry.
That'll do it for this week.